Virat, in your first ICC tournament, you've reached the final and leading now the team. What are the things that you've learned during this tournament as a captain? The range of emotions that you have to control, the sort of limelight, the sort of distractions, etc. And then going into the match like tomorrow, what are the things for you that you need to prioritize?
The biggest learning is to stay off social media. That's honestly, I mean, it sounds funny, but it's so important to stay away from those things, to connect to the things that that matter, the things that a sportsman needs to take care of. You know, connecting with yourself within, taking a bit more time to do stuff which you don't normally get to do, and stay away from everything. It's tough, but you have to make that sort of effort to stay in a good zone and a good mindset, to be happy playing second fiddle in a big tournament like this, throughout in all the games, to be thinking about bouncing back after a setback. All those things I've learned a lot, how to handle certain things, and that can only happen when you're able to connect with yourself first. If you're too distracted listening to too many suggestions or praise or criticism, then you can't focus on what you need to think as a sportsman first, to be able to lead the team and then help the others in the team as well. So yeah, that's probably been the biggest learning, to be able to maintain that balance nicely has been a good thing for me.
Thank you. What steps have you taken already to take your players away from the pressure cover?
We've never, till now we haven't spoken of the semi-final in any different way. We haven't spoken about this game in any different way. We've practiced the same way from the first day we came here. Even today's practice was absolutely similar. There wasn't any drop of intensity or something extra, or there was no overexcitement. People are just doing the normal things that they do in any practice session, and that's the kind of approach we've maintained throughout the tournament. And as I said last time, it's just another game of cricket tomorrow, and whatever the result, we have to go forward and play more games after that. So the more relaxed you stay in these kind of situations, it's a good thing, because it helps you take better decisions when you're composed and calm mentally, and you can help the team come out of difficult situations only if you're thinking in that fashion. So we've changed nothing from the first day we came here, honestly.
Thank you, sir. Sydney, an answer? What in that? Go ahead.
Virat, you have always performed well in pressure games. You mean, right from the word go, you've always beat World Cup final, whenever. What did you tell youngsters? What is the key in performing in high pressure games like this, as a batsman and also as a captain?
I feel it's, I mean, everyone knows after you reach a stage in a tournament like this, you can't basically work on your techniques anymore, and with the ball or with the bat. It's how you think about the game and how you prepare for big games. As you said, you have to believe in yourself no matter what. The ability to think otherwise in a difficult situation is something that sets you apart in that situation and actually pulls the team through. So if you're thinking we're 3 down and I might get out, then you will get out. If you're thinking we're 3 down, I'm going to counter attack and get the team back on track, it ends up happening because you're convinced about it. So that's something that I work on. I visualize a lot, and I see myself in difficult situations and actually convincing myself that I can pull the team out in those situations. And it won't happen every time, but 8 out of 10 times it will end up happening because you're so convinced about it. So I think it's how you prepare mentally is key in big games. That's something that I've worked on, and it's really worked well for me every time I've visualized and I've thought positively about the big games.
विराट भाई, जब से आप बल्लेबाज के तौर पे कमान संभाला, इंडिया के नंबर 1 बल्लेबाज बने, या फिर जब कप्तान के तौर पे आप कमान संभाला, देखा गया है कि सिर्फ 2 मैच छोड़ के हर बार हम पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ जीत मिली है टीम इंडिया को. तो क्या खास वजह इसका क्या रहा होगा?
देखिए, हम तो हर मैच जो खेलते हैं वो जीतने के लिए खेलते हैं. स्टैटिस्टिक्स और रिकॉर्ड्स और जो पहले हुआ है उसमें हम बिलीव नहीं करते, ना हम कभी उस चीज़ के बारे में सोचते हैं. हमारा एम यही रहता है एज अ टीम हम अच्छा एक कंप्लीट क्रिकेट मैच खेलें और रिज़ल्ट हमारी तरफ हो. हर टीम का वही इंटेंशन रहता है. तो आप किसी भी मैच में ये सोच के नहीं जा सकते हैं कि पिछले मैच आप कितनी बार जीते हैं उस ऑपोजिशन से. इस गेम में मैं काफ़ी बार कह चुका हूँ इस टूर्नामेंट में कि किसी टीम के पास कोई गारंटी नहीं है जीतने की. और क्रिकेट ऐसा गेम है कि जो भी टीम उस दिन अच्छा खेलेगी, जो टीम अच्छा प्रिपेयर करके आएगी और अच्छे फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड में रहेगी, वो दूसरी टीम से बेटर परफॉर्म करेगी और जीतने के चांसेस ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं. तो आई थिंक उन चीज़ों पे फोकस करना हमारे हाथ में है, तो हम वो करते हैं. हम पास रिकॉर्ड्स पे और स्टैटिस्टिक्स पे ज़्यादा नहीं ध्यान देते.
Just wanted to ask you that playing against a team like maybe apart from a Muhammad Amir or a Hafiz or a Shoaib Malik, most of them are unknown entities. Does it at times also makes it easier because there's too much analysis? You can play freely because you're not dissecting each and every opposition.
It really depends on individuals how they want to prepare against certain players in the opposition. I have never believed in watching too many videos of anyone. I prepare the best way I can. I believe in my abilities, and I feel like if I'm good enough, if I'm technically good enough, I should be able to counter any bowler that's bowling to me. You know, I don't take extra pressure thinking he's bowling from here. What if he doesn't do that in the game? So I think of those things. I like to go by what I see coming out of the hand, and yeah, I mean, whether you have played people before or you haven't, this game, as I said, you cannot guarantee a performance. You know, even the bowlers that you play regularly on a tour or a series, 2 matches you will be on top of him, third match he can nick you off. So it's basically how you react to every ball that's bowled to you, regardless of whether you played against the guy or you haven't. You have to be good enough to counter it, and that's the mindset we've been playing with in this tournament, and we're going to try to continue the same.
Thank you, sir. Last fight, sir.
Virat, how relevant is the first game that you played at Edgbaston between yourselves and Pakistan? And are you confident that this final could probably showcase again the best of Pakistan and Indian cricket together, given that you don't play series against each other, that perhaps a positive message for the future could be there too?
I don't see any relevance of the first game here because you can never tell how a particular team starts a tournament. Some teams start very confidently and then they fade off. Some teams might not have the best starts and they come back amazingly, which Pakistan has done. So everyone is aware of the kind of talent they have in their team, and on their day they can beat any side in the world. That's the kind of players they have, and that's the kind of ability they have in their side. So we're quite aware of that. But at the same time, neither are we too intimidated nor are we too arrogant about what we are doing. It's important to maintain the balance of being confident in your own skill and what you're doing as a team. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a very good, very well contested match. Both teams obviously want to win the final. They've worked really hard to be where they stand in the final, and I'm sure every player is going to come out and give their 120%. And if 11 players from both sides end up doing that, it's going to be exciting encounter. So no, I don't see any relevance of the first game in this one.
Thank you. Last four. Anand.
Virat, Hardik Pandya gives the team a certain balance, but he's also at times targeted by the opposition. How tempting is it to perhaps go in with a Mohammad Shami in a game like this?
Not looking to change too many things because I've said this before. I would any day back a guy like Hardik, who provides you so much balance in conditions that he can be effective as a bowler, and his batting is priceless. I mean, if you're chasing a total and you need 8 and over and you've lost wickets, here's a guy who can still win you the game. That's the kind of belief he has in his ability, and we have that belief in him. So he can give you a match-winning performance in any game that he plays, and a gun fielder as well. I mean, I've said that it's very hard to find a package like that. So you need to back guys like him on a regular basis, and you will get those results where the team is in crisis and he stands up and gives a match-winning performance. So far he's been really good in the tournament. When he bowls well, it's a total relief for me as a captain, because he can get you 7 good overs, he can get you a couple of wickets as well, and then with the bat and the field we know anyway. So yeah, I would not think of changing anything at this particular stage.
Thanks. Last three.
There won't be any social media when you get in the middle tomorrow bothering you, but there will be more than 1 billion people watching every move you make. Can you give an insight to a sort of normal person how you deal with that attention?
It's been quite a few years I've been dealing with that, so nothing new. Honestly, you can't think of those things when you step onto the field. It's again, I know there are expectations. I know there are people that expect the team and myself to do well every time that we play. But I understand as a player and as a person that it's not possible. So it's very important to realize the things that might or might not happen in the game, and you have to be close to reality. You can't live in a dilemma and then think on those lines where you end up thinking what people are expecting back home. You can't focus on what you have to do on the field. So this is a part of being an Indian cricketer, and then having performed for a few years, obviously expectations go up. You have to find a way to deal with it. You can't ignore it. You have to maintain a balance and then focus on what you need to do on the field. So I think I've been able to strike a good balance till now, and I'm sure I'll be fine for tomorrow.
Last two, Rohit.
Virat, you're probably aware that there's another India-Pakistan match happening tomorrow in here. Have you ever tried your hand at hockey? Would you be watching?
No.
Have you watched hockey in the past?
I've played with synthetic hockey balls in indoors, but never tried hockey. It's very scary, I feel. Getting hit on the face when from a penalty corner, I don't know how those guys do it. You need a lot of guts to do that. So, I wish our team all the best. I've never tried my hand in it, but they're pretty good, so I'm sure they'll be fine.
Thank you, sir. Last one, Lele sir.
15, 16, 17 हमारी टीम बड़ी मैचेस खेली हुई है. बहुत सारे लड़के हैं जिन्होंने आईपीएल के फाइनल मैचेस खेले. तो ये फाइनल मैच या क्रंच मैच खेलने का अनुभव कितना काम आता है?
काम सर, हम अभी मैं कितनी बार रिपीट करूँ, सब बोलेंगे एक ही चीज़ बोल रहा है, लेकिन एक क्रिकेट मैच है तो उसको उसी तरीके से खेलेंगे. अब टूर्नामेंट तो कभी ना कभी ख़त्म होगा ही. तो अगर हम ज़्यादा बैठ के अभी सोचेंगे कि फ़ाइनल है और जीतना ही है और ट्रॉफी ऑन द लाइन है, वो सब चीज़ें इसीलिए लोग अच्छा कर पाते हैं क्योंकि वो उन चीज़ों के बारे में नहीं सोचते. जो ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं वो नहीं परफॉर्म कर पाते हैं बड़ी गेम्स में, या ज़्यादा नर्वस हो जाते हैं. तो एक टीम में अगर आप कामनेस बना के रखेंगे, ड्रेसिंग रूम एनवायरनमेंट अच्छा होगा, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि उस तरफ दिमाग जाता भी है. और अभी टीम में किसी का भी दिमाग उस तरफ नहीं जा रहा है. हम लोग सिर्फ अपॉर्चुनिटी का वेट कर रहे हैं कि जाएँ और अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलें और टीम को मैच जिताएं. वो जीतने के लिए हमें समझ है कि हमें कंपोजर के साथ खेलना ही होगा. अगर बाद का रिजल्ट का या अपनी परफॉर्मेंस का इन सब चीज़ों का सोचेंगे तो डिस्ट्रैक्शन होगा और आपका डिसीजन मेकिंग, जैसे मैंने बोला, ख़राब हो सकता है. तो आई डोंट थिंक कि हम वैसा अभी तक सोचे हैं इस टूर्नामेंट में, और ना ही हम कल के लिए सोचने वाले हैं. हमारे लिए एक क्रिकेट मैच है जो हम जाके जैसी अभी तक क्रिकेट खेली है कंसिस्टेंट, वैसा ही कोशिश करेंगे कि दोबारा ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस हो सके.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.